It's just playing the same fucking cards over and over again. The ones that are busted are crazy busted.
I've just been wearing a hat around the house since the haircut.
Right.
I can't be bothered doing my hair, and I thought we can't have both be wearing hats. We can't have two white guys with glasses and hats talking. That's too much.
No, that's probably pushing us way too down the Joe Rogan associate podcast level. It's not looking like that.
So I did my hair, you know.
Okay.
Well, I did it as well as I could without using the hairdryer or hairspray, and it's going to wake people up.
I need to get some new hats. I think that's going to be like my next. I used to have like. The issue I find is I will go, oh, I have this t-shirt I like that is got a bit of blue or green or something on it. So I was like, oh, I need a hat. And then I'll buy it. And then that t-shirt falls out of circulation. And then suddenly I'm stuck with a hat I don't wear. But I used to have like 20 something hats. But the other thing was I always kept getting ones with like comic book logos or like film logos and stuff on it, and I felt like it was becoming like too much. Like I was just becoming like a walking advertisement. I thought, what's the next best thing? Just get sports logos. That's not advertising at all. So I think my plan going forward is just sport teams hats. I try to do a nice thing where like if I go somewhere, I'll try and buy like one of their like sports teams like hats, or if like Stacey goes somewhere for work, I'm like, oh, instead of getting me like a magnet, just get me a snapback or something for the team. So this is a defunct Canadian baseball team called the Expos.
That could be a new segment. Where did Adam's hat
come from? So yeah, that
I've recently downsized my cap collection because I wasn't wearing them. I used to get so many back in the day, like the fitted, you know, the fixed size ones.
I can't do the fixed size ones. I have to be.
So many
I can't. One, because my head is ginormous, and two, I find that like on any given day, I'm like, I actually want my hat to be a bit loose. So I can't do fixed.
The first one I got was Evangelion that I imported from Japan, and I was so hyped about it. I wore the shit out of it, but yeah.
I also just get like Fred Durst flashbacks. That's the other issue.
I do have the NY, the red NY.
Yeah, that's
somewhere.
the like. I'm like, okay. At least a snapback, I feel like this is like a traditional hat where it's the all round new eras definitely have like 2002 rolling vibe. I'm just not into that.
Speaking of rolling, that's a really good rolling start. Hello, welcome to episode 14 of the Magic Castles podcast. A podcast. We need a little subtitle. A podcast about magic and not castles.
I think in the docs I've written a Magic the Gathering comedy podcast that's barely about Magic the Gathering and barely be called comedy.
That works. I mean, it is barely about Magic the Gathering, especially this week. Jesus. Yeah. I'm Tom Overfiend, and this is Adam GCB. Hello, Adam. How are you?
I'm okay.
It's very early.
It is very early. I'm having a long weekend off for my birthday, which is nice.
Oh, it's your birthday today, isn't it?
It is, yep.
Happy birthday. I totally forgot.
No, it's fine. It's all good. I'm not like, I don't get the whole like getting pissed when people forget it's your birthday. Where it's like everyone's got shit going on. Yeah. And I'm of an age now where it's like, it's just another day, really. So
I tell you what used to piss me off all the time was not people forgetting, but it used to be the Facebook thing where you'd get a message on Facebook from somebody you haven't spoke to since your last birthday. Yeah,
that was I still get those. It's horrendous. I hate it.
I hate my birthday on Facebook.
I might take that step, to be honest. I barely use Facebook anymore. It's
same.
The devil's armpit. It's not good. It is a service has been just the shitification of Facebook needs to be studied for generations to come.
I need it for my VR headset, and I need it to keep photos from uni. That's it.
I use it because it's the only way. I have my mom on WhatsApp, but for some reason she only talks to me through Messenger.
Wow.
So that's useful. I need it for work.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could create like a sock puppet account for work, but I feel like it would just raise more questions than it needs to.
So yeah, the Magic Castle podcast isn't on Facebook, so don't follow us there.
No, we are on Facebook.
Oh, we are on Facebook.
Yeah, it's dead. It's on.
Follow us on Facebook.
You can follow us on Facebook.
I should follow us on Facebook.
There was 2 lines of thinking for this. One, actually, Magic the Gathering is pretty big on Facebook. Because it's just people our age and older who are angry about the things they are meant to enjoy. So Facebook's pretty primed for that. It's pretty useful for that as an audience. The other thing is, because we have an Instagram account, we can just cross-post to Facebook with pretty easy. It's literally like a click of a button, and it just goes over to Facebook. So
are we doing that?
Yeah, so Facebook.
We're posting videos on Facebook.
Yeah, we're posting all our reels on Facebook. So it's a void.
We've got like 10 million views on there, right? Because Facebook views are easy, right? No.
I don't know what's wrong. I think with Facebook, I'm not really too informed around that kind of their short form algorithms. But I'm pretty sure it's like once you get through, it's pretty similar to Instagram. But like once you get through and stuff starts seeing people, it kind of you kind of stay in their feed. The issue is we haven't had that yet.
Should I make some pictures of us as like Shrimp Jesus?
I mean, that might help. Maybe our Facebook just becomes our AI dumpster.
AI photos of us as like building cars out of tin cans.
But yeah, Facebook's an interesting one because it still has a lot of people on it, but like they're all decrepit and prone to misinformation.
That's true.
So
if you're on Facebook and you love misinformation, follow us, or just follow us anyway, and follow us everywhere. Like and subscribe. Give us a positive interaction if you can. I was informed by my good friend Connor Fatal Ferret, who was overjoyed that we mentioned him twice last episode. He in real time messaged me saying, "Oh, you spoke about me again." I was like, "Yeah," so but you can only leave a review or comment or whatever on the Spotify app.
Oh,
you can't do it on desktop or web. Only on the mobile app. So if you're on the mobile app,
okay, didn't know that.
Because I want to see some comments.
You forgot, not you, Tom, but the general audience forgot it was my birthday, so you should leave a positive interaction as a birthday present. That is my birthday wish. It is my birthday. You have to do it. Says the law. I am king, etc., etc.
I am just popping the app open actually to see if Connor left us a message, because I was talking to him about it at that time. And it would have been lovely if he has. No, we do have 9 reviews and we're 5 stars. So, that's great.
Yeah.
We're doing good. We're doing
better than 0.
Yeah. So come on, give us some more. Get us up to 10. That's what we want. And follow us on TikTok, all that nonsense. YouTube.
But looking at show notes, there's like barely any Magic news / stuff. So
in a slow form.
Yeah, it's been slow.
I tell you what it is. It's because this is the longest we've had between sets this year. I think in 2 years, maybe. The gap between Bloomberg and Duskmourn has been, I think, like 3 days longer than the previous gap.
It feels like nice. Like, I as much as I champion you don't need to engage with everything, you don't need to buy everything, not everything has to be for us, the Magic the Gathering community, as one kind of symbiotic hive mind. There can be products that are aimed at smaller target audiences. So the whole product fatigue thing has been, I feel like, a bit overblown. But then also I didn't engage with Bloomberg that hard. Yeah. So it's been quite nice for me, where it's like, came out of Amsterdam, did Assassin's Creed, and then did... I didn't do Bloomberg.
It's just Bloomberg.
Oh, shit, yeah. So, yeah, basically always done Assassin's Creed, because I didn't really engage in Modern Horizons 3 that hard either. So, yeah, it's been pretty light for me. But I can see someone who's like, you're trying to onboard everything, which is hard. It can definitely feel like that product stuff is piling up. But, yeah, I think it's quite nice. I do feel like they're going very hard on Duskmourn. like to the point where it doesn't feel as general audience as Bloomburrow did, but it definitely feels like they're going, oh, maybe we lost some Magic the Gathering hardcores during Bloomburrow event season. Let's amp up the body horror. But I
do think they're losing more people from Duskmourn though, because that's one of the discourses I've seen is people are mad about the cheerleaders and the sneakers and the TVs, and it's stupid. It's so annoying.
No, just get over yourself. Who cares?
But it's the old heads who are like that, because they're like, oh, it should be swords and wizards and
like
it's so annoying.
Urza's boring. So the old traditional fantasy stuff, I think, talks to a very select audience. Yeah. This is a way of broader audiences being more intrigued by what's going on. Also, that TV is a sick design. It is, and it's really cute, really cute. But we'll talk about that later on. Moving to Upkeep. If I didn't play a game yesterday, I've barely done anything Magic related this week. So I finally sleeved up Karam, the Undertaker.
Wait, you've only just... I thought you'd been playing that for a while.
No, I was going to play it yesterday, but we had a chat and we're like, oh yeah, slower decks. I think looking at it, it feels like the card quality is really high and the objective's quite focused. So yeah, I'm unsure of the power level, but effectively just wants to make big meaty men and then throw them at you. I
find single target decks like that, where you are literally just going to take somebody out, can be quite difficult to place.
Yeah, well, so the key card's probably Chandra's Ignition because it just kills everyone. Yeah, so there's stuff in there. I think it's probably quite volatile and it's probably quite fragile to graveyard hay and probably single target interaction. I don't really have much in the way of protection. This is a deck that is trying to be quite single-minded in its approach. So we'll see. I'm putting together Xiaoyun, is it Assassin's Creed, Artifact, Pinger lists. My initial list started at 125. I've got it down to 100. I think it will need tweaking.
It was good when I saw it. It's a solid.
It's got some fun stuff in it. I'm trying not to do. So EDH Rex, what I usually do is I go through binders, I'll put together a list, and then I'll just check EDH Rec to be like, have I missed anything glaringly obvious?
Yeah.
There's not that many lists for Xiaoyun yet. Plus, there seems to be two kind of trains of thought when building her. One is kind of grey rectangles ping, which I think is what I want to do. The other is because she gets flying and first strike on your turn, people are turning her into a Voltron commander, which I don't think is right.
So just for audio people, Xiaoyun has its tap 2 untapped artifacts you control. Yeah. She does 1 damage to each opponent.
Yeah. Which is fun. And I'm not putting in any of the Tolbran City burning, whatever it's called, if you do X damage, do more than that damage. I would have put the Pinger Lord from Warhammer in, but he's $25 or something ridiculous. He's shot up because he's the only commander that non-Warhammer people wanted to build because it's interesting and it's the only one that does that kind of specific thing.
Oh, Grayson,
the Pistol Man,
the Kelemorph. Yeah.
So he's stupidly expensive and really, really hard to find. So,
I literally have one.
It's fine. This is a casual deck. I'm not. I wanted to kind of try and keep it budget-ish.
Yeah,
and then low power-ish because I'm quickly realizing that my collection of my most played decks are pushing quite high power level in terms of card quality and game plan and actions per turn. So I kind of just want to try and bring that down. Now, I don't think Xiao Yun with an academy manufacturer is going to necessarily do that, but we'll see. I've done some Sharpie Cube stuff. Fine. I'm not. It's not that I'm losing steam on it. It's just I haven't got time.
Yeah.
Like it's not like putting a cube together where you go, the thing's already made for you. It's like I'm having to do additional steps in finding cards that are applicable, trying to work out where I can redact stuff to make them more interesting or more stupid, and then putting them into a cube and doing balancing stuff on that side. So
that's the bit I struggle with, is the finding them. I just don't know how you found these like great things. Like, because I'd have to sit there and go through every single thing.
That's basically what I was doing, which was going through a bunch of cards, looking at them first glance, then going through them again and looking at things like flavor text and seeing if I can pull out mechanical words out of flavor text, or like sentence structure that I can apply to reminder text and other cards. So it's a lot of work. I'm thinking of, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it like anytime soon. It has maybe once you put a cube together, but I think this might be too much work for which is essentially a joke and novelty, and literally in a year no one's going to be talking about Sharpie Cube anymore. It might come back round. It might, like, you know, trends and stuff seem to be kind of secular and fade in and out of fashion, but I just don't think like
it's the kind of thing you can just build on over time.
Yeah,
There's no rush.
I also think like I am trying to make cards funnier or function in a completely different way.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the community on the show, not the rest of the community, I'm the only fucking one doing it, but a large portion of the community, especially on like social media, like Instagram and TikTok, are just basically, how can I make this card not fun, just stupid and not funny, and it doesn't mechanically work, which is fine. Like it's like 5 people show up at your house for board game night and they want to play Cards Against Humanity. That's what it kind of feels like. So
yeah. I think you need to stop trying to balance them as well. I don't think you need to balance them, and the fact that it's broken and stupid is fine for us.
Yeah, just reducing all of them to like single coloured pit mana.
Yeah.
So yeah, that we'll see. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, it's interesting, right? Because it's like I'm trying to build that cube, but I actually feel like we're building a cube with the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame.
That is true.
So it's kind of like at some point eventually, I mean, it's hundreds of episodes away, but at some point we're going to have just a cube of the worst looking and functioning cards in the history of Magic the Gathering, which might actually be more exciting. So we'll see.
Yeah, actually, I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah, that'll be fun.
A bunch more Secret Lairs showed up because it's any given week in his household. So the Monty Python horrible elevator drop eventually showed up. My Baldur's Gate free drop hasn't showed up yet.
I'm seeing so many people with it.
I think because bundles typically come out. Bundles, I think, ship later.
Really?
That's what I've noticed. So I haven't got mine yet. Or yours, because I ordered yours. So
it's fine, I can wait. No,
we will see. Once the tier ship out, it's not a problem. And then quickly, last night played kind of a last minute game with Kristen and Neil and a lovely lady called Ellie. I played Laureen and Campbell. That deck needs... So here's the thing, I'm like, I need more low power decks, and I play low power deck, and I'm like, this needs tuning. Like, it's
is your Campbell low power?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's just... I mean, I'm playing Chromantic Star in that deck, like, so... But it's mainly because it plays like Scrap Trawler and stuff like that. So it needs like the reverse birthing pod. Like I need things like 3, 2, 1, 0 lands and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's just there's things in it that I think I need to tweak. There's probably better artifact quality that I can get. The game was good. I got massively blown out. So everyone was tapped out. I delayed Blast Firebolt from Foretelled. The board was getting chunky. And that was countered, which is just sad.
Wait. Campbell.
It's not Campbell.
It's not Campbell.
What's his name?
I was going to say Campbell's awesome.
The Laureen partner.
The what?
Oh, what's it? It's too early for fucking card names, dude. Wait, I'm bringing it up.
It's got red in it.
I'm bringing it up. I'm getting this wrong.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, Campbell. Your Campbell decks.
Camber. Wait.
Camber.
Laureen, the Diversion. I know that one. Camber, the Plunderer.
Right. Okay.
So it's the Rakdos pair from Crimson Vow. They were in the Strepan pre-con.
Oh yeah.
Because like they kind of play with blood a little bit, but not really. They're really cool. So it's basically artifact aristocrats.
Okay.
So I'm playing like baaaaad. But it's effectively an excuse to play Mycosynth Wellspring.
When you said you were playing Chromatic Star in Campbell, I was
no.
Okay,
no,
go
no.
off. But yeah, that makes more sense.
No. Sorry. Not Campbell. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Wizards. Name your legendaries different.
Disa Gisa.
Yeah. So yeah, it's playing like a bunch of, when this artifact enters or dies, do something small.
Yeah.
Like make a servo, make a treasure, get a land. So it's trying to cycle through those.
Yeah.
But yeah, so board was pretty chunky. Players delayed Blast Fireball. That got countered. I was like, okay, it's not the end of the world. And then Kristen played Farewell, naming artifacts. That ruined me because some of my lands are artifacts. And then they also, Kristen, I think, also managed to deal with Camber, which is annoying because that Camber's like a secret, sneaky good engine. So it's a 3/4 of lifelink. And has whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain life and create a blood, which
will trigger everything.
Just triggers on everything, and you end up getting like a crap load of like artifacts for Laureen and other bits. So I think after Camber triggered a couple of times, everyone was like, "Oh wait, this is a problem."
Maybe you don't need to bring it up. You don't have many like low end decks, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Maybe keep that as a low end deck. Bring a couple of your high end ones down into like a mid tier, or get another one in the mid tier.
I think what I could potentially look at is, rather than power, especially in the kind of artifact slot, is look at synergy.
Just tune it up a bit.
Just tune it up on that side. I mean, creature quality is good. It needs more wraths. It's only got 2. So I need to probably look at that as well. Also, it's got a delayed Blast Fireball in it, and I'm like, this is not the deck for delayed Blast Fireball, because that card is worth money and can be and is stupid good, so it should probably be in a better deck. But yeah, so I was looking at that. Also, this is the first game that I've seen Trouble in Pairs like just go off. Yeah. Like Kristen played it on, and the amount of card draws she got off it was disgusting.
Because people are casting, and I've it's never come out. So.
Yeah, it's like because people are just incidentally drawing 2, or playing 2 spells per turn, and they don't think about it. So I was like having to like stack it weird. So it was like, okay, I'm not gonna sack like my artifacts that let me draw cards now. Like I'm gonna, I'm not gonna like. So it was either enough of a disruptor to mess up my game plan, or where everyone else was just doing stuff, they were able to recoup so much value off it. So Yeah, I need to reevaluate Trouble in Pairs. I think it's just in a binder. I think I was like, oh, this is just another, was it Smuggler's Snare, whatever it's called. Yeah, I was like, it's just another one of those. It's not. No, it's
a good card. Check out the art. I need to reprint it.
Yeah, not great. So that's me, and then I've been doing non-Magic things. I saw Beetlejuice. Yeah,
I saw Stacey was very hyped about it.
It's so I went in going, this is a Tim Burton sequel in the year of our Lord 2024. There's no way it can be good. I was pleasantly surprised. Controversial opinion. I think it is a better movie than the first one.
Yeah,
I don't think it's better than the first one. I think it is as a narrative device. I think it is a better movie than the first one. But it's still a mess. There's just there's every character's got like 3 storylines going on. And I'm just like, what is happening? And there were just character arcs that like don't need to be in there. Like the big bad spooky woman that's in it doesn't need to be in this movie at all. But Catherine O'Hara is a star and needs to be protected at all costs. But everything else, it was good. It was. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I would never watch it again unless it was just on. That's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of films like that lately, I'm finding.
Yeah. And I wonder if they're going to do a third. But we'll see.
I mean, if they crammed all those story arcs into that one, maybe that's why. Maybe they had sequels planned, but...
Yeah. So it's only an hour and 45 minutes long, which is good. More movies under 2 hours. I mean, most movies should be an hour and a half anyway.
Where were these when we were doing hot takes last week? Last episode?
Well, I hadn't seen Beetlejuice yet. And... Yeah, it didn't feel like an hour and 45. It felt like it went quite quickly.
Yeah.
But it was okay. I wouldn't watch it again. But I think if you are a diehard fan of the first one and you are hesitant about seeing it because you're like, oh, it's going to ruin the magic. I don't think it does. I think it's up there. There's some weird bits in it though. William Dafoe is putting in fucking work in this movie. Oh my God, William Dafoe is like the best thing in this movie. He's constantly cracking up. Like actual, like you can just tell he's having a good time. And I think that's like all I want from my movies now is like people to not be under fucking duress.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But yeah, nothing really magic related beyond playing our game and doing admin. How about you? How
about me? I haven't played that much either these last few weeks. I did a bunch of prep for Command Fest. We got the playmats, they're ordered. We got the stickers, they're ordered, they're on the way, they're arriving Thursday, I think, so that'll be cool. I have all my tokens. I ordered all those, so that's good. Touch wood, we'll have the playmats and the stickers by the time this episode airs, so we'll post those on the socials. So go and check them out.
You're rocking up to fucking Command Fest like the Resident Evil 4 merchant.
Yeah. I have got a big jacket. I'll do that. Other than that, where are my notes? I ordered all the rest of the cards for Wick. They still haven't arrived because, being the smart ass I am, I decided to order them all from Europe. So,
don't. Yeah, I'm about right. Italian card market. You're about to go in the hole. I'm about to ban Italy for buying cards from me because they just end up in customs forever.
Yeah.
And it just takes them a year to get them from customs to the buyer. So I'm actually thinking of blacklisting Italy from card market.
You can do that. Yeah, a bunch of places like
after this sale, Italy's done. They're getting no more Secret Lairs out of me.
Yeah, I don't blame you because you can't get the money until they arrive, can you?
Yes, it's
absolute nightmare.
And then it also like fucking teases you when it's just like, hey, this is how much money you've got waiting. And like, okay, cool. Thanks, card market.
So there's some stuff from Spain that I can't check because card market's down at the moment, but they still haven't dispatched, and it's nearly been a week. And I'm just like, please, I need it for Command Fest. I really want to play Wick so bad. But yeah, I also treated myself to some boosters and a deck from Magic Madhouse that I've been wanting for a while. It's the white, blue, black Streets of New Capenna commander, Kamiz. After playing my Tetsuko, I was trying to find a Cypher deck.
Right.
That's got a few new Cypher cards in it that deck had when it dropped. So I was like, okay, this could be it. And I think it might be my new like mid-level deck because it's not super powerful, but it can actually do stuff. He basically makes a creature unblockable and it connives, so you draw, discard. If you discard non-land, put +1 counter on. And then you give a creature with less power double strike.
Okay.
And it does a lot, but it needs, it's not all-in-one card. It needs other things to make it work, but it does a lot. And it's not super impressive. So I upgraded that from my collection. Took it for a spin at the Friday Club, but I played against my friends in Arme as one deck where he just, on turn 3, dumped all the spirits. I somehow got it out really early, dumped all his spirits, and then got everything out onto the battlefield. And by that point, it was 10 o'clock, and I was like, I want to go home anyway, so it's fine. I'm yet to actually play him properly, but it seems fun. I've goldfished it a bunch. So that I think that might be my new go-to just chill deck.
That's cool.
It's got white in it though, which is not very me. Other than that, played a little bit of Eluge at the club as well. That game was the week prior. That game dragged. It was a 5-player game first of all, which everyone played the slowest decks imaginable. It was so dirtly. Nobody did anything. We were at like 38 life, like 6 or 7 turns in. It was just a slog. And then there were board wipes. And at the end, I just completely checked out, which, it was
Were there times where people could have had like 3 attacks and they just didn't take them? Or was it, okay.
I mean, they could have attacked, they would have got chumped, and then they would have been open, basically.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, it was a standoff.
Yeah. I've become a full-on champion of just like, if someone is durdling and they're doing like setup, that's a free attack.
Everyone was though, that was the thing.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
If I'd played, I did take a bunch of like more aggro decks. If I'd played one of those, I would have absolutely just wiped the board. Yeah. So, it's just one of those things, it is what it is. And last night I was on a stream, Commander Damage, with Mia Byte and a bunch of VTubers, because I've got a ping tuber that I occasionally bring out. They were looking for somebody to join in because they wanted all not real people. And Chrono, the lovely Chrono, who you also played with, is in the Discord and mentioned me, so that was nice. So, met some more new people, played some games with new people, which is nice.
Is that a animated person only show, or is that like
no? Okay. That episode was
okay,
but they're gonna have the first episode had real people on. Okay. So they just wanted to do a no real people episode.
I think
that was good fun. I played Sophia because I didn't want to be that guy. I went off really hard in the first like 4 or 5 turns. It was wild. I ended up losing. I went out first, probably because I was quite a threat. But I also held back quite well, and I had things in my hand to like I could have played down. I had like changing and stuff in my hand. I could have played down, but I was holding back just in case, because that's one of the things I'm really trying just not to dump my hand and get blown out. At one point I had 32 clues. It was pretty good. I also had a farewell at the end that I could have played, but it was dragging. And when you're on a stream, you don't want to board wipe on, 2 hours in and make everyone regret their life. It was really good fun. We have some. Pardon me. Yourself and I have some stream appearances coming up, but we'll talk about that at the end. So that was me. It's been quiet. I've been, just prepping for Command Fest, really.
I think this is the time of year where everything kind of simmers down and it'll start picking back up around. I mean, end of September's Command Fest, Duskmourn.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how hard they're going to go, because usually they go pretty hard around holidays with like gift bundles and stuff, but there's nothing really, apart from the Nightmare bundle, there's not really much for Duskmourn yet. I mean, last year they had Lord of the Rings Holiday, right? So
yeah, I think they're just going to keep pushing the Foundation set over Christmas, because that's what you want. You want Foundations just to get new people in. So if they push that really hard around Christmas.
When's that out?
It's like a week after Duskmourn or something stupid.
Oh, really?
I think it might be a month after Duskmourn. It's I think it's the month after.
Okay. Cool. Sorry.
If they are pushing that though, that is the move. Get Foundations out, get new people in. You've got Bloomburrow as a backup, you know.
Yeah.
And Duskmourn. So you're hitting both.
Yeah.
The cute and the creepy.
I wonder
if you've got a new start.
I wonder if they like. I wonder if suddenly a bunch of Bloomburrow product is back in circulation.
Yeah.
Right.
Checks out for Christmas.
Talking about Secret Lairs showing up, more revealed.
These need to slow down.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think it is getting a bit. It's getting a bit mad, but it's because they're just doing a lot of like. Because normally what they would do is they would lump in the collab ones with like the set release ones, and I think D&D kind of threw that out of the loop, right? So. Oh, I mean, need.
I think there's a Miku Secret Lair coming in this drop as well.
Well, this is the Miku will return in full. I think.
I don't. How are they? Have there really been 3 seasons so far this year?
I don't think there's been a winter one, because I think the first one was the first one was spring, right? So this is the autumn one, and then there'll be.
They seem to be coming out every 2 months. When I was a kid, a season was 3 months. What's going on?
I don't know. I think it's just autumn now. There were Secret Lair previews for Duskmourn. So there's 2 so far that have been released. It's also previewed, right? So this isn't the full. I don't believe this is the full, or is it the full? No, it's the full drops. 5 cards.
These are the full drops, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to read it because there's a tweet here. Oh no. There we go.
You clicked the wrong thing.
No, it's fine. Oh, I did click the wrong thing. Fuck.
Yeah, you did now.
Shit.
It's early.
It's early, and you'd think I'd be better at this after 14 episodes, but I'm
some
not.
slack. Here we go.
There you go. So there are. Oh, actually, the article is better because it tells you what the fucking name of the drops are. So there are 2 Secret Lair drops that have been revealed as part of the next kind of big drop. First is Paranormal Frames, which is the showcase. It's effectively showcase, right? So it's taking other cards and putting them in the showcase treatment for Duskmourn. So you've got Phyrexian Metamorph, Dalfi Voidwalker, Magnus of the Moon, as well as Cauldron Familiar and Witch's Oven.
This is just solid as hell.
Yeah, it's a really decent drop. Dalfi Voidwalker will continue to go up in price. I think Magnus of the Moon has decent. Magnus Moon has decent value as well. And then Cauldron Familiar and Witch's Oven is just there for the sickos.
Yeah, that's going straight into my Azmoran Monica Dice Nickel, the card deck.
I think it's really cool.
I love a new Metamorph art as well. Phyrexian Metamorph's always good. The Dalfi Voidwalker looks sick as hell.
Yeah. These are nice for sure. And then Ed Repka has done a drop showing 5 cards as covers of a fictional magazine called Horrors from Across the Plains. They're effectively meant to look like those kind of 60s, 70s horrors comics magazines as well. There are 5 confirmed for this drop so far. Ravenous Chupacabra, Mezerique, Cruel, Ural, the Mistalker, Coma, Cosmos Serpent, and Doom Whisperer. This is one of those ones where it's like less value, but art-wise is sick.
Yeah, the art's incredible.
Yeah. So really, really cool. It's the coolest Ural was ever looked. The Coma reprint is nice, but they've kind of been reprinting Coma in more pre-cons as of late.
Also, Mazarek has got so many Secret Lair versions, I feel. It seems to always be in a Secret Lair. I don't know if I'm just imagining it.
Watch me try and spell Mazarek by...
Okay, there's one. Never mind. Ignore me. There's one other one. that one. Yeah.
That one I think is also a...
It's not. You're going to say a store promo?
No, like a top 8. Is that one you could buy?
Yeah, it was in. It was weird. But the one it had grist in it. The grist that I've got in my Disa deck.
Oh, okay. Maybe
a weird bug. A weird bug secretly.
I might have this somewhere. That's bad. I should know that. So those are cool.
Hype for both of them.
Yeah.
I play a bunch of those cards, Chupacabra and the Doom Whisperer specifically in my Mirko deck. Nice.
Yeah, so I think, new Secret Lair drop coming. I don't know how much more will be horror themes. There might be a Universes Beyond that we don't know about yet, but have they done Universes Beyond non-Miku stuff with Miku? I don't think they have they?
No.
Yeah, so this will be the Miku one.
Yeah.
And then
the song's already out, so...
Yeah. So that is that. And
Speaking of Secret Lair as well, before we move on, no Secret Lair, no Universes Beyond, sorry. That's what I meant to say, not Secret Lair. No Universes Beyond in this set.
I was shocked by that. I wonder if it was just it didn't come together or something else. Maybe they just feel strong enough that they think this set will sell without it. But then I would have said that around Ixalan.
It just feels weird because I didn't realize until last week when you pointed out that every set around this time, the last 2 sets around this time had the Universes Beyond.
Yeah, I thought it'd been.
And this is just so prime for Ghostbusters.
I thought it'd been surefire thing. And then quickly on Duskmourn. Oh my god, where is it? I lost my tab.
There you go. Scroll down.
Right. In the Nightmare bundle, they've revealed the promos, I guess.
Also, the deck box in the Nightmare bundle is so cool.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. I like the fact it's like a beaten up VHS tape. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
You get one of each, right? So there's one VHS poster card and one Goosebumps guy card in each of these.
I believe you get the posters of all of them, like the non-card. You get a... But these are the actual promo cards.
Yeah, the actual promo cards,
cool.
Yeah. So for Tim Jacobus, isn't that right? So the original illustrator for all the Goosebumps covers.
That's a good get. That's a really good get for this.
So smart. You are getting a promo of either Cryptghast, Exhume, or Damn, which is a weird mix. I think Exhume is nice, very horror flavored. I think Cryptghast is fine. I think Damn is the miss here, right?
Maybe.
If you open Damn, you're not particularly happy.
It's a good card.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Cryptghast has been reprinted to
that.
Have them back lately. So.
Yeah, that's fair. And then on the
in hindsight, not in hindsight. What am I trying to say? That is the one I'm most excited for. I would like to open Cryptghast in my bundle.
Yeah, I think I want the Exhume. And then on the poster side, there's a Gore's Vengeance, Living Death, and Archon of Cruelty, which are all stick hits. I think Archon of Cruelty is probably on the financial side, the lower one. I think it's been reprinted into a couple of precons now, but not to death. And then I think the Living Death is sick, and the Gore's Vengeance is sick.
Yeah, really cool.
They have been quite. They've been trying to keep a bit of a tab on how much Living Death shows up, because I think it makes all Commander games go crazy long. Because everyone's got 1,000 triggers now that they need to deal with.
How is it only 5 mana as well? How did they think that was okay?
Yeah, but I don't think this is being printed at a volume where it'll show up too much in your pod, which is quite nice. But yeah, and then Nightmare Bundle is containing 6 boosters, 2 collector boosters, 20 traditional foil for art lands. So the Dan Mumford art, you get 4 of each. 1 of the 3 borderless promos, 1 of the 3 movie posters, and then 3 double-sided movie posters. 3 double-sided movie. I guess it's like art each. I don't know.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, and then 1 glow in the dark spin down die, and then 1 deck box, which is the VHS beaten up deck box.
Is this the first collector's bundle that has 2 packs in it rather than 1?
I think so. Yeah, because the MH3 one had 1, Transformers had 1, Ixalan had 1, but they all had guaranteed full art tying cards.
Right.
So I think they're swapping out just probably better value to have an extra collector booster. Anyway, also this set, they're like giving away collector boosters, right? There's like, if you buy a box, the buy box promo is a collector booster plus the spider cat thing. So it's a bit of a weird one. But yeah, it's interesting. So I've done my Duskmourn pre-order. Have you done yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I went for all 4 commanders.
Mm-hmm. Same.
2 nightmare bundles.
Ooh,
a bundle
for me.
And a collector booster box.
Ooh, I did normal booster box, all the precons. I think I got a normal bundle and a nightmare bundle, but I could be wrong.
I'm finding with, and I'm kind of happy with my pre-order right now, because I'm finding that none of the cards are exciting me yet, but the flavor and the treatments are. So I feel like this is a good set for me to go in on collector boosters, because it's like I want to hunt for some more of like the weird Japanese Pokemon foils.
Yeah, they are looking sick.
Probably more so than like they're normal. Because normally I want like bulk of cards, but this time I'm like, it's okay.
I'm probably going to pick up a collector box later on, because the arts are cool.
Yeah,
maybe try Command first, see if they got any. Try and grab one.
We are going to move on to our main bit. The way this main bit, I don't know. We need to find a better fucking name for it than that.
Main phase.
Main phase could work. That kind of makes more sense than normal.
And then short bit can be main phase 2.
Main phase 2. So me and Tom are going to draft, in our opinion, the top 5 worst Magic the Gathering mechanics, based on our subjective opinion. The way it will work is I'm going to roll to see who goes first, and then we'll just serpentine. So if I go first, I pick 1, Tom picks 1, Tom picks another 1, goes to me, I pick 2, and then Tom picks the rest. So it balances out a little bit. We're only drafting 5 each. We have a list of more than 5 in case some get sniped. Hopefully all 5 don't get sniped. That means someone has to like try and find multiple mechanics as quickly as possible. So I will roll. Tom, odds or evens?
Odd.
It is a 3. Do you want to go first or second?
I will go first.
Cool.
Are we picking our least favorite? So we're trying to draft the worst. Okay.
Yeah. You're trying to draft like, what you think collectively is like the 5 worst formats, mechanics of Magic the Gathering.
I want to get something that I know you're going to pick.
I don't think we're going to have that much crossover.
I've got 2 that I particularly think were a mistake. Okay. I'm just going to go in at Eminence. It's terrible. Hate it.
Okay.
Hate it.
I need to keep a list.
It's not particularly a hot take, I don't think. I played against the Edgar Markov deck on Friday, and it's just.
I don't think Eminence. I think Eminence is bad, but I don't think it's top 5.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Cool.
It's just free value for picking your right commander, you know.
I think that's the issue, right? Is that if it, it's just...
And the commanders that have it tend to be really strong archetypes anyway. So, vampires are strong anyway. Give them something extra for free.
I think the issue is the one commander it's good on. The two, right? Because Dragon. Is it on Dragon? Yeah. So it's Dragon and Edgar. And I think those are so above and beyond the 3, 4, and 5. Like the Knights one isn't that bad. The Knights one, the Esper Knights one that came out for March the Machine.
It's pretty good.
It's good, but it's not like oppressive. It's just like you're playing Esper, you're also playing like you're locked into like a subpar, I'm not gonna say subpar title for Knights, but like
Esper Knights is pretty good.
But like Vampires is just
Vampires is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Like Dragons is ridiculous.
Like those are two archetypes that have been supported and are only going to get like massively better. Because Dragons and Vampires are always going to be creature types at Wizard Prince because they sell boosters. And they make sets based on those archetypes, right? They don't make sets based on Knights a lot of the time. Even in Eldraine, Knights barely show up. Okay, yeah, Eminence is cool. I'm going to pick Epic. I think Epic is dog shit. I think, what is more fun in Magic the Gathering than never playing a spell again for marginal gain.
It is a mechanic of its time, though, I guess.
It's bad, man.
It's bad. But
it's so bad. I think the gameplay loop is bad. I think the incentives are bad. The designs themselves, it's like they're not strong enough. Like if they're not strong enough to win you the game, and now your opponent know what you're doing every turn. So unless you've got a board state where you're like, doing non-spell, like turning things sideways to activate abilities type things, your opponents can get from. I feel like most of the epic spells your opponents can get from underneath pretty easily. So epic is my number one. I don't think they will ever reprint another spell of epic. You can replay this one they do.
My go? My pick?
Yep, your go. Your number 2.
Daybound Nightbound.
I did not have Daybound Nightbound on there.
Another one. I do
hate it. Yeah.
Because the time of day changes, then they've got to flip every single card on their deck, on their board. It was made in a time where it was made for online, basically, wasn't it? It was made for Arena. It doesn't transfer over well to paper.
No,
it's annoying to track.
I think
it's annoying when you've got one card with it, and then you've got to track it for the rest of the game. Things like that.
I think it's made for digital clients. Mm-hmm. I think it is okay in paper and one-on-one. Yes. Because the games are going to turn 6, turn 7.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit longer, but like,
and you only have one opponent to worry about.
Yeah, so it's way easier to track. Whereas, like, if you're in Commander, by the time it gets to the third player, and you're like, "Oh wait, you did X, we need to flip this," and then it's the whole thing. Yeah, I do. I think with Daybound Nightbound, it was like their heart was in the right place of trying to be like. I played. I was playing a bunch of competitive during Innistrad Dark Ascension era. I tell you what, Mayor Aberbrook was my guy. I love that card. But it was like when you had one that like was flipped and then one that came in unflipped, and it was like you were trying to like do this weird dance of I need that guy flipped, but if I do that, this guy flipped. It became a bit awkward. Where I think having a uniform, all your guys are flipped. All your guys are either humans or werewolves based on this mechanic. I think the heart is in the right place. I just think twofold. One, not retroactively changing all the older werewolves basically meant that was mute because, especially in Commander, like you still play all the Innistrad werewolves. Mm-hmm. And the execution for multiplayer is just really, really tough. And I think at a time where, although I guess like this was kind of just before the massive Commander boom. Yeah. Like I feel like, so this set would have been designed Sorry, the set would have been designed before the Massive Commander Boon. The Commander Boon was happening during Crimson Vow Midnight Hunt, which was sad because those sets are bad. So maybe that just wasn't like, I know we talk about like design for Commander a lot. That set was definitely not designed for Commander.
I will say people who play specifically Daybound Nightbound decks, in my experience, have always been great at tracking it themselves. They never expect you to.
You have to, right? Like,
yeah, they always catch the triggers. So I'm no hate on you people with your Daybound Nightbound decks. I hate it when I find a cool card and it's got Daybound on it. I'm like, oh, okay, I've got to have to deal with it or cut it.
The green Blood and Enchantment or Artifact one, the one that's like 1 in the green, and you can pay 1 to sack it to destroy a target artifact or enchantment. It's like really useful, but then you have to strike Daybound Nightbound.
Well, Cankerbloom is 1 in a green.
It does one more thing, but this also, when it flips though, when it attacks, it does combat damage, it destroys target artifact or enchantment. So okay. That's pretty decent. Cool. My number 2 is Buyback.
Really?
Yeah, I think Buyback's terrible.
Wow, I love Buyback.
No, encourages you to just do the same thing over and over again, which I think you'll see as a theme in my picks. I think it's size of Buyback is like the most oppressive thing to try and get out from underneath. And there's unless you are in a deck that can disrupt that with counter magic, it's really, really hard to. So I think it encourages bad gameplay, and the incentive to do it is really high. It's like it's kind of like the opposite of Epic, where it's like it's bad gameplay, but the incentives are really, really low. Whereas if you're casting Buyback, if you're casting Capsize without Buyback, you're probably doing it wrong. So like that card is meant to be, I make a bajillion mana and then just bounce all your things for eternity. So I think Buyback for me is just too oppressive. On the designs where it is good, there are plenty of Buyback designs that are bad, but the ones that encourage oppressive gameplay loops for the rest of the table, I think is too much for me to not put it at number 2.
I'm a big fan of the green one that I can't remember the name of. It's in my Thelen deck that I've got here. It's the one where you make some saplings and then it's got Convoke.
I think there are some that are fine, right? But I think like, for me, like Capsize, Mists as well, right? It has Buyback. I think those are too strong on that side of the scale, whereas the ones that are balanced and fun and like are synergistic for like a lot of decks, I think I can't ignore the fact that Buyback is terrible.
That's the one.
Yeah,
makes a little guy and it's got
Convoke. I think some designs are fine. But I think too many of them are too oppressive for me to ignore.
That's fair.
What is your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be... Now, see, I've got this with a slash. This is one that I famously hate on all the time, just from a naming perspective rather than anything else, but it's Descended.
Oh, okay.
They are set technically 2 mechanics. I don't know where we're going to fall on this. I've probably Descended, I think, is the one.
Yeah.
Which is if a permanent you control's been put in the graveyard this turn, do something.
Yeah.
I hate it because of the fact that it was introduced in a set where the actual keyword was Descend, and this wasn't a keyword, this was just a bit of text on the card.
Yes.
And it just riled me up no end.
No, I think that's fair.
Because if you're going to add a keyword and you're going to use that keyword in the rules text in another context,
pick another word.
Maybe think of another word. Yeah. Like it just.
I think this is a greater pattern that is happening, which is them keywording you playing Magic the Gathering. So like crime, descend. Or Descended. Because it's Descend X.
Descend is the keyword. Descended is
just the action you take, right?
It's just rules text.
I will say, like, yes, is clunky, but also none of like the Descend or Descended cards. I don't think have ever showed up.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played them.
No.
I don't think I played against them. In Commander, I'm sure Limited is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, they don't tend to show up that often.
No.
But I just think they could have keyworded Descended and called it something else. Because when it mentions Descended, it's just in a block of text. It's like, if you have descended this turn, do this. I guess they can't keyword it because the action is so different for each one. Because they keyword when it's a specific thing, don't they? It's like, if it's got this keyword, it does this every single time.
Descend is put cards into your graveyard?
Descend is if you have 4 or 8, because Descend 4 and Descend 8, it gets a buff.
Isn't that just Threshold? No. Threshold 7, right?
Threshold 7, yeah. Or is that Delirium? I don't know.
So they could have just named. They could have just retroactively said Threshold. I mean, it doesn't. Flavor wise, it's a massive fail for Caves, but yeah, Threshold
Caves,
X.
the Cave set.
Yeah, the Cave set with too much sky.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Descended.
My number 3 is not a bad mechanic loop one. It's just fucking terrible. I need to get an example.
I have no idea. You're such a wild card on this. I don't know what it's going to be. Kicker?
No, kicker. I think is kicker. Sweep. So sweep reads. Okay, let me find a card.
I did not see this one when I was looking through the list.
Okay, so sweep for barrel down Sakazan.
Oh yeah, the Kamigawa one.
Yeah, return any. It's terrible. Return any number of mountains you control to the owner's hand. Barrel down Sakazan deals damage to target creature equals twice the number of mountains returned this way. I heard that bouncing all your lands to your hand is bad. Don't do that. There's a reason why it's only been on 1, 2, 3, 4 cards ever printed, because it's terrible. So for Plow Through Raito, 1 and a white for an instant arcane sweep, return any number of planes you control to their owner's hand. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each plane return this way.
I'd argue that's good.
I think it's. I don't know. I think again the incentives are really low. It's usually just like none of this reads like. Imagine you're like in a game, and you're like, I'm going to buff my guy to lethal, and they go, cool, unsummon your guy.
Yeah, obviously there's that.
Yeah, like you can just get blown out like really bad, and you're just effectively time walking yourself.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine. I don't think they'll ever reprint a card, make a card with sweep on it.
100% they won't.
It's bad gameplay loops. Not fun. Or like the opportunity for feels bad is so high.
Yeah.
Especially on ones where it's like pump your creature and someone's just looking at them with a doom blade, like killing. So yeah, sweep for me is up there. And yeah, you can tell they never believed in it, right? Like it's got 4 cards.
Yeah.
So it's also wild that they keyworded it. They didn't need to. It's on 4 cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, sweep for me. What is your number 4?
Speaking of sweep though, I do think flavor wise it's good because you're like, you're like purging the land to do a thing. Like it's a spirit is.
It is cute that they put it all on cards around like dealing with the Kamigawa like landscape.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. But
my number 4,
yeah,
is also Kamigawa, which is funny because it's my favorite set. It's Splice onto Arcane. I am still not entirely sure of the purpose of this.
Yeah.
Because the splice effect is always higher than the actual effect. I think.
Not always. Sometimes it's just the same.
Yeah, but I think if it was on sorceries, I could see more of a purpose for it, but.
So the only way it is. The only way it's interesting is if you're splicing it onto a spell that's like copy this spell, because the effects then take part of that spell, or if it's this spell can't be countered, because then you're like smuggling it in.
So you basically add the text to the card. Yes.
So there are uses for it. I would argue it's just weird.
Yeah. Do you not think it would be better if it was on sorceries? If it let you play certain sorceries at instant speed if you'd previously cast an instant arcane. So you cast an instant arcane spell and then you splice on a sorcery to add it on at instant speed. Obviously, it needs specific cards. You're not going to
So in Modern Horizons, there were sorcery splices, but they weren't arcane. So you could splice. So splice onto arcane is different as splice onto instant or sorcery, which was in Modern Horizons 1. They did do splice onto instant or sorcery. But yeah, splicing it onto another arcane spell is weird.
Where am I? What cards are that? I can't see that. Am I missing?
Splice's skill is a 2 and a white sorcery. Create a 3/3 colorless a golem artifact creature token. Splice onto instant or sorcery for 3 and a white.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. See, that's what I was thinking. That's cool.
Yes, there are sorceries with splice onto instant or sorcery. Yeah, splice onto arcane is weird.
Yeah.
I guess you're trying. I just don't. Yeah. Are you trying to smuggle it onto other cards?
I was just brainstorming in my head, like some kind of commander that gives your sorceries splice onto instant could be cool. Give us that, cowards. That's too good because you could just board wipe.
Yeah.
Anyway, splice onto arcane.
Cool.
Get out of there.
I had this at 4, but I'm going to now move my 5 up to 4 because I think you're going to take my 4.
Really?
My number 4 is Dredge.
Oh, I like Dredge.
No, Dredge is fucking terrible. A recurring theme of my pick. You're playing the same fucking cards over and over again. The ones that are busted are crazy busted. And, you should be dredging. I think bringing out Necrobloom is a mistake. I think I've seen the Necrobloom go off. It's incredibly easy for it to do so. And they're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. So for me, Dredge is up there as they shouldn't keep printing cards with Dredge on it. Each time they do this, all the other Dredge cards get buffed up. There's a reason why, Dredge cards get banned pretty quick. And also, it just enables so much.
Yeah.
Dumping your library into your graveyard and allowing things like, what's his face? Shaman. Gagaru Shaman, 1 drop.
Jared.
No, the other one. The one that was banned in Legacy.
Deathrite? No.
Yeah, Deathrite Shaman. So tired. You're just enabling all these cards that are interesting designs, but suddenly they are massively empowered by the fact that you just dumped your library into your graveyard. Also, part of Magic the Gathering is drawing cards.
Yeah.
And going what is next? And if you're it's this fucking stinkweed imp that I'm going to get again. That is not interesting for the person. Well, it can be interesting for the person playing decks. They're Sicko because they're playing Dredge. But the person you're playing against, there's no mystery. Part of Magic is you draw a card. What is it? And try to guess and do the guesswork. I'm you just put imp back in your hand. Or that land from Necrobloom. It's just not, for me, an interesting experience to have personally. So Dredge, that is why Dredge is my number 4.
I only like it in my Disa deck, and they just sit there until I get Masquerade Nexus out. I'm not dredging all the time because I hate dredging something good. I hate milling something good. So
Fair.
they do. I just also they tend to be the thing I discard. I don't tend to play them. I tend to like drop them down in the bin, and then once I've got a Maskwood or that other weird Ashes of the Fallen, whatever it is, then I just go ham with the stealth mill. But yeah, I understand that. Like Gitrog isn't fun.
Yeah. Does Gitrog dredge?
Gitrog has dredge.
Does it?
I think so. That's how you like turbo win with Gitrog, right? Am I?
Wait, what?
Right? Am I? Chat, help me out.
The Gitrog monster does not have dredge.
Does it not?
No. 3 black green for 6/6 frog horror death touch.
No, he doesn't have dredge himself, but you play dredge cards in Gitrog monster.
Yeah, sure, of course you do. Yeah,
that's what
you're filling your bin.
Yeah.
The Gitrog's just a humble guy. Dredge.
Anyway, what's my 5th? Is this my 5th?
It is your 5th. It's your last.
And you think
pick.
I'm going to steal it?
I think you're going to steal this one. Yeah. No, I thought you were going to steal dredge, but maybe I was wrong.
Worst mechanics of all time. It's got to be Land Home.
Land Home.
It's what the point? It's old. It's out. It's from a different time. So if you don't control the land of the type, you kill the creature.
Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
I also hate it because it's on Skeleton Ship. And the number of times I've gone to play it and then realised I don't have an island and I've just got jewels. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's why I hate it. Because he has Island Home. Because he's a ship, of course he does. Flavour-wise, fun. Like it. It's like the opposite of Landwalk, but it's old. Never bring it back. They won't.
They won't bring it back. No.
They might if they want to be cute about something, but...
This was an era where land destruction was more commonplace. The whole point would be like you would destroy their island and it gets rid of a creature as well. I just don't think if they were to bring this back, the way I would design this if I was doing it, like you say, gun to your head, you're like you have to make a land home card, would be to have like a creature that's like 3 black pips, but you need a forest, or it sacrifices, and I think that's how you encourage like. That's a challenge in deck building. Mm-hmm. Kind of, not really, not nowadays, but like that's at least more interesting than what I meant to have this color anyway. And if I don't have it, it dies.
Yeah.
I think that home's okay. I don't mind it. But I think it has opportunity if it feels bad, where like you said, you forget that you don't have a basic land type, and you're just like, oh, this 5-cost commander is now dead.
Yeah, that's my problem. That's the reason it's in there. It's just because I have the number of times I've gone to play Skeleton Ship and not had an island out.
Yeah. I got 3 rain then because I didn't have that on my list at all.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to know what it is.
Oh, my mouse just died. Oh no! 1 second. I am fucking all over the shop. I am sorry.
Before you say your last pick, I'm just going to go over what else I had on my list, if that's okay.
Yeah, do honourable mentions.
Just in case yours is one of these, it'll be quite funny. So my honourable mentions were Soul Shift.
Nope.
Fading.
Nope.
And Fear.
Nope.
Okay, fun.
All right, so my number 5 is the Ring Temptu.
Of course it is. Wow, no flanking, no banding.
No. They just don't come up enough. They're bad. I always think they're just like easy bait, right?
I should have said flanking, really. Flanking's terrible.
Yeah. The Ring Temptu. The Ring Temptu is
get a load of this guy.
The Ring Temptu is fucking horrendous.
Do you still know what it does, though? How do you know?
That's telling it. Right, what's it do? MCG.
Man finally discovers what a Ring Temptu does in 2024. Yeah. September 2024.
Okay. I'm going to read this is the fandom page, and you can tell me if you think this is a good mechanic or not.
What he's going to get so into this now. He's going to be like, holy shit, does this? And he's going to build 7 decks around the Ring Temptu.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, honestly.
Each instance of tempting grants you an ability to a particular creature dubbed the Ring Bearer. Already. The player may change the Ring Bearer for each instance of tempting, unlike... Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
So, it's
each
an emblem.
Time, Yeah, it's an emblem on a creature.
No.
And then no, it is an emblem.
It's an emblem that targets a creature.
Sure. Okay. Each time the ring tempts you, two things happen. First, you choose a creature you control to become the ring bearer. If you already have a ring bearer, you may choose to have that creature remain your ring bearer.
Yeah.
Or you may choose another creature you control to carry that burden. Burden of fucking reading this emblem, I'll tell you that.
I can see you rolling your eyes every time.
Fucking so bad. Second, the ring gains its next ability. If it can, once the ring has all four of its abilities, it has reached its full power and won't gain additional abilities as the ring tempts you in the future. So it's an emblem.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a saga.
It's kind of like a level up, not a saga.
Sure, because it doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
So when the ring tempts you, it levels up, and you can make it affect another creature.
Yeah. Notably, the ring will gain its next ability even if you don't control any creatures as the ring tempts you, meaning you do not have to choose a ring bearer. Okay. The ring. You keep a printed emblem in your command zone to remind you that you have the ring and what it does. The ring gains the following effects in this order. Your ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Whenever the ring bearer attacks, draw a card to discard a card. Whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices at the end of combat. Whenever your ring bearer does combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. This is just fucking insane. This is just too much. Like,
yeah, it's a lot.
It's just way too much. And it's like, it's also hard to interact with. Like, the upside's not even that high, right? I don't know. Like, to me, that reads as just like, my creature is not marginally better, but not significantly better.
So the thing...
It becomes a looter.
The thing about it is, it benefits from being put on a 1/1, basically. In the Lord of the Rings, Frodo is a little guy.
Yeah.
And it will basically buff them up so that you're doing 2 damage to everyone and then the hit.
I just don't think, for as complicated as this mechanic is, and how load-bearing it is, right? Like, this is cognitively a fucking nightmare. You have a lot to remember. The incentives are really low. The play pattern is fine because at least you're attacking. That is the only positive I give this, is it incentivizes creatures attacking. That's it. But I think the overall, how much there is for how much payoff, it just doesn't add up. In my opinion, it just doesn't add up for me. My honorable mentions. So my top 5 are Epic, Buyback, Sweep, Dredge, The Ring Tempts You.
I had Epic on my list.
Okay, so. My honorable mentions are stickers.
Oh, I love stickers.
Again, just too much. Showing up with a stickers deck, it's crap. Attractions as well fall into that.
Again, it's just going to be you on this podcast now.
Anything where you're showing up with another deck. To be honest, attractions are on here as honorable mention, but it's low down. You don't see them enough. I think the one thing I would give attractions is I actually think the gameplay experience of the person doing them, if I don't have to engage with it, it's fine. And the fact that I can interact with attractions is okay. Because they're just artifacts. It's not like a fucking emblem in the command zone. Rampage is horrendous.
You're just going down my favorite mechanics here. I love Rampage. It's so
Rampage
good.
is horrendous.
It's so good.
Rolls is just too much from a cognitive standpoint for me. Like, this is now a monster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the roll, aura.
They're just enchantments.
Yeah, but I think it was just they were the wizard one, the one that gives it ward one is just the best one.
Royal,
Royal was just the best one by far, and then probably monster or whatever it is after that.
It's another example of an arena mechanic. I think. Yes, it works so much better in digital. But,
and I think like from a cognitive standpoint, it's just a lot to remember.
It's a lot to track.
Yeah, it's too much to track. And I think the difference between Royal and then the other 3 is such a massive gap, in my opinion. Giving anything Ward 1 is better than giving it most other French vanilla flavor decks. So that's where it's at for me. And then the other one has Anti, but I don't think we're going to get that low down the list. Anti's bad, dude. I mean, it's really bad, but like it just doesn't come up because all those cards are blacklisted to shit.
That really harkens back to the old the playground days though of.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I think in a world where kids are playing for pink slips, it's cute and fun, but this game was never made that way. Really, it's just, cool. Those are our top 5 mechanics each drafted. Tell us in the comments who won, I guess, or who won really. No one won. So Tom's list is Eminence, Daybound, Nightbound, Descended, Spice onto Arcane, and then Landhome. My top 5 are Epic, Buyback, Sweep, Dredge, and The Ring Tempts You.
I don't think, other than Epic, we had any. I didn't steal any off you, did I?
No.
And you only took Epic off my list, which I probably would have said if you hadn't.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Epic for me, Epic's bad. So bad. Up there, top 5. Cool. Yeah, I thought you were going to take Dredge.
Really?
Yeah, so I was going to do Ring Tempts You 4. And then I didn't knock it. Because I was like, we're getting to the point now where Dredge 4 could get taken.
Yeah.
Quickly.
I have 2 cards in my hand. For main phase 2.
Main phase 2. We're going to do a short bit called Agree or Disagree. If me and Tom agree with a point or fact, we will hold up a forest. If we disagree, we will hold up a mountain. Easy.
Oh, we haven't got matching cards, so I've got to.
No, sorry. I'm going to try and keep this short because we're already. Well, we're not really an hour and a half because we have a quick break, but I'm going to the farm for my birthday, so I want to hurry up. Okay. Wrap this shit up. So, my first point. First point? I know. Or first statement is a command. Not command fest. I really fucked it up. All right, let's start.
Wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. I'm fucking done. I'm giving you clear air for the short form.
Yeah, let's go.
A MagicCon in London is a bad idea. Agree or disagree? Yeah, I agree. Me and Stacey were talking about next year's MagicCon, European MagicCon. And she asked, do you think they'll ever do one in the UK? And I said, I hope not. Because if it's in London, it's going to be in one convention centre, and that convention centre is a bunch of shit, and there's nothing around it. And the accommodation around that entire area is stupidly expensive. So I hope they don't bring... It's not that I don't hope they don't do a UK MagicCon. I just think that I just know if they do a MagicCon in the UK, it will be in London. Yeah. It will be at the Excel Centre.
Yeah.
There's fuck all there.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 hotels, and they're both stupidly expensive because they are London-based chains. But it's probably going to be, if it happened in London, which I think because we've had 2 now, right, in Europe. We've had Barcelona and Amsterdam. So each time it's not in London or the UK, it's going to get closer and closer to that. Yeah. I can see it happening. If it doesn't happen this year, I'd be shocked if it doesn't happen next year.
Wait, you think is there another MagicCon this year?
Sorry, next year.
Next year. Okay, yeah.
If it doesn't happen in 2025, it'll be 2026.
I have a feeling about 26.
Yeah.
I think it might be Germany. I don't know why I'm feeling Germany next year.
I was thinking Paris.
Okay, well, there you go. Those are our predictions. Oh, if it's Paris, we can go to Disneyland and we can get a photo in front of the castle.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would be shocked if it's not... Because I'm trying to think of, like, cities that for WotC are appealing... Like have a decent player base, are travel hubs, right? Yeah. Like the reason why Amsterdam and Barcelona works because everyone can just get there. It's quite easy for everyone to get there. Plus has a convention centre, and is also enough for WotC to put together like B-reel and show reels of like this is a nice area, etc., etc. So I mean Paris is not the nicest area, but it's nicer than the Excel Centre.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. I just don't want to go to. Right.
Yeah, I want to go somewhere nice. Amsterdam was so much fun.
Yeah, and Amsterdam was really, really nice. And like, this thing is like, as an ex-convention goer, I've been to the Excel Centre more than any one person ever needs to go to in their life.
I've been there 2 or 3 times, and it's just the worst.
Dude, I was doing 2 MCMs a year, plus CGX, plus fucking Star Wars Celebration, plus all that shit, and it was just, I hate it. It's a shitty convention centre. It's a horrible area. There's fuck all there. You have to go to the fucking horrible pub that's attached to it because it's the only place you can eat. So yeah, I really hope that they don't do a MagicCon in London. Anyway, next opinion. Soul Ring should be banned in Commander. 3, 2, 1. I used to disagree. I now think we've got to a point where we should just ban it. Because
clickbait.
It is clickbait. It's not clickbait. It's color pie breaking. I think the argument that every deck has it is now no longer an excuse. I think the games in which one person turn one to Soul Ring are just not non-games now. Like, it's got to the point where they're just not games. Because as the format gets faster, turn one Soul Ring just gets more and more egregious. And I think we can probably move into a world where we just don't have the ability to do that.
I will say they are releasing a lot more ramp that does things like, the TV in Duskmourn, the Patchwork Banner,
which is
Bloomburrow.
Which is better when you have a turn one Soul Ring.
Yeah. But I mean, if they did remove it, I wouldn't be mad, but I don't think it's that bad.
I think you could ban it. There'd be an initial uproar, and then a year later, we would have moved past it.
Oh, 100%.
The issue is you probably have to communicate with WotC that is coming, so they don't put it in the pre-com. But it is what it is. It's all about our basic plan. It's fine.
I think it just encourages the table to team up against somebody more often than not, which isn't a problem. But I'll take it or leave it.
Next statement. A 5-player commander pod is worse than a 3-player commander pod. 3, 2.
Oh, wait, 5 players worse than 3?
5 players worse than 3. Yeah, okay, you're switching. 3, 2, 1.
Really?
Yeah, because all my decks are balanced for 4 players.
Okay. I mean, I play 2-player commander sometimes, just because it's all we can do.
I do that occasionally with Stacey, and I just most of my decks are balanced for multiplayer and having choices. And I think like dogging on one person isn't particularly fun for me. And I think it's quite a selfish opinion, but most of my decks scale better with 5 than they do with 3.
Oh, that's something I hate. The cards that scale with more people. We had a 6-player game on Friday, and somebody played that Tempt with bunnies, and they drew 6 cards.
Yeah,
and made 6 bunnies, and it was just like, nah.
I would rather do 2 pods of 3 than a pod of 6, but I think 5 is better than 3. That makes sense.
I'll take 3 over 5 any day.
I don't. Yeah. But I think for me, in my personal opinion, I think 5 is better than 3. I don't know. I just feel like 3 is usually one person is just out of the game really quickly, and then it becomes 1-on-1, and then that person either dies by just consequence of what else is going on, or wins because they spend so little resources because the other 2 are fighting out, and then so
just 5-player games just take so long. That's my
kill someone.
Just
remove target player and make it a 4-player pod.
That's true.
I've got 3 more, and then we can start wrapping up. So far, we are recording on the 8th of September 2024. Duskmourn is more flavour than substance.
Ooh. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, because I already said it.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I agree.
I disagree.
This is so far. I don't know. I think Duskmourn is a massive flavour win. Right now, there are just nothing that's talking to me apart from the store vehicle mill bunch of lands. But I don't think that is necessarily.
That wasn't the question you asked, though. You said, "Is it flavour over sort of
substance?" Yeah,
for yourself.
Huh?
You're talking about for yourself, like things you're interested in.
I personally think that mechanics so far have not been like that strong.
I mean, it's enchantment focused, lots of enchantment creatures. The rooms are fun. I don't know. I'm quite happy with it. I think it's
the rooms so far I'm unsold on.
Oh, I love the rooms.
It's just split enchantments. It's weird.
Yeah.
I do like the countdown thing.
Impending.
Yeah, impending. I think it's cool. Manifest Dredge is just them. Manifest Dredge. Dread is them just. It's just them. Like it's just too wordy for not too wordy, but like I think it's just them trying to be funny. Personally, but yeah, go on.
I've got so many cards in that for Cadena. Cadena's going to be a whole refresh. I love it.
You're laughing. Ace down cards. So you think it's more substance than flavour?
Yeah. More. I don't know because it's very flavourful, but I think there's a lot. There's a lot to it. I think there is a lot of flavour though. So.
Sorry, I just for 5 seconds. I didn't mean to. Academy Manufacturer should be banned in Commander. 3, 2, 1. Wow.
Wait, no, wrong one. I agree. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think that's worse than sorry. It grinds the game to a halt. Really, it's just turns into a solitaire game for that person.
Yeah, my opinion on it is it now in a world where everything is making junk, it just allows that person to get so far ahead. And the upside of it is too high. Like I play it in basically any deck that consequentially makes one of those three, because it's too good not to.
The only positive thing I'll say is they are pushing more different token artifacts that don't work with it, which is a good thing.
Is that consequential because they know Academy Manufacturer is busted?
I think it's specifically that, but it definitely, anything that they've released, like junk, if they'd done clues instead of junk, it's just.
I feel like if Academy Manufacturer wasn't a thing, they have to keep an eye on. Like that design space, it becomes way more interesting.
Yeah. I only tend to drop it if I'm going to win, like if I've got a Reckless Fireweave or something like that. I don't like playing with it on the board because it just it's just a dice turning game, then, which is not what I like. But
last one. Foundations shouldn't have collector packs. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really confusing.
Yes.
To be like, this is our set for beginners, or this is our set for, people who are coming back to Magic, and then being like, by the way, there's a limited run where there's like 1,000 special treatments.
They go on about how, I don't know if they go on about it, but people go on about how, every set isn't for everyone. Mm-hmm. Have they said that themselves? I think they have, right?
Yeah.
Every set isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
So they release a new player set for new players or just for getting into the format. And then they release something for the collectors and the whales. And it's like, pick a lane.
Yeah. This is meant to be effectively the replacement for core sets, right? Which is like, this is the foundation of what standard will be for the next however long years. So you should be able to walk into a shop on day one or year one or year two and be like, oh yeah, that's the stuff with like, the classic, I've always said it's like the classic set in Hearthstone, which is like the base of what your format is going to be, and cards that teach a new audience the kind of spirit of the color pie. That's why Arbor Elf is being reprinted. That's why Wrath of God is being reprinted. I think it's really confusing to be like, but there's also a £20 pack that has fancy lands in it. Like you could just do those as special guests in like future sets or whatnot. So yeah, I think having a chase like chase card skew in your new player or aimed at new player. Like, you know, it's still going to be standard players that buy it because it's going to have cards they need. It's just really weird to me.
I guess it, like you were saying earlier, it could be the holiday thing. It's the holiday push, but that's a stretch. But yeah, I agree. It's literally just creating false, you know, more FOMO. And
I also think it's kind of a turn off. Like, if you're a new player and you're like, oh, this set isn't, or this skew is not for you because you're new to Magic. But also, if you don't get it now, it's not going to be here ever again. Like, because collector boosters are at launch, and that's the first, they're a one-run product. I don't know if they've announced if it's different for Foundations. I can't see it being, because the value will just drop out of its arse.
I'm sure they said it was a first printing type situation. So yeah.
We will see. I also could see Foundation collectors being like the worst selling collectors booster. It depends what spice is in a new player set. It depends what treatments there are, but like, yeah, it's a weird one.
I feel like standard players are going to want their decks to look nice, you know.
That's fair.
And if these cards are sticking around for 3 years and they've got a shot at getting some nice, you know, play set of nice cards, and they're after play sets as well. That's the thing.
That's fair. Okay, yeah, cool. We'll do that again. That was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
So we will eventually do that again. I am vamping while I bring up the Sicko zone.
It's my pick this week. This is a Sicko that is very close to my heart. Nice. I love this card. I play it in a deck where it is probably the MVP of the deck. It's one of my favorite ones to play and talk about and look at.
Keep vamping.
Nobody knows when I drop it. Everyone's like, what the hell is that? Which is what I love. As you know, that is my number one favorite thing to do in Magic, is play a card and then everyone's like, eh? It's in my Minichi deck, my mono red flip power and toughness deck. Do I need to carry on talking?
No, you're good. 1 second.
The deck got a new card recently in Modern Horizons 3 in the Eldrazi precon.
So many tabs.
The red one. Adam, quick. I'm running out of things to say.
It's fine. All right, cool.
Okay.
Tom is bringing Sentinel.
Hell yeah.
A 4-mana artifact creature. Shapeshifter, 0. Change Sentinel's base toughness to 1, plus the power of target creature blocking or blocked by Sentinel. This effect lasts indefinitely. That's the errata text. The fucking as printed text is Nightmare. Reads, this star in the low... Sorry, this star is way better. The star in the lower right-hand corner is 1 when cast. While blocking, you may choose to change star to equal 1 plus the power of target creature Sentinel blocks this turn. While attacking, you may choose to change star to equal 1 plus the power of target creature that blocks Sentinel this turn. Yeah.
So what's going on in the art? It's like a weird ET thing.
Yeah. I loved when, like, to Watsy's art direction, when Shapeshifter was just like blob.
Yeah.
No, it's like, we don't know what these are. They're just blobs. The star in the lower right-hand corner. Is that ever been on any other card text?
I think so. That weird tree.
The star in the lower right-hand corner is 1 when cast. You keep picking freaking cards with 0 mana abilities in the errata, I've realised. You've done it with... there's another one you did it with as well.
It was Old Man, wasn't it? I do love the 0 mana ability.
No, it wasn't Old Man. It was... was it Imaginary Pet? Or the Bone Dancer? I think it might have been Bone Dancer. Yeah. No. Yeah. Bone Dancer had a printed 0 mana ability.
Yeah. Anyway, Sentinel. I love him. He's just a little guy. The fact that it lasts indefinitely is odd.
That is odd. It's a nightmare to track.
I love it in my Minichi deck because he can flip creature's power and toughness. So you block something huge. You set its toughness to 1 plus. So you hit me with a 10-10. I set block with him, set his toughness to 11. Activate Miniature's ability. His power is now 11. His toughness is 1. Then use his ability again. His toughness is now 11. So now I've got an 11/11.
It's a lot of work for an 11/11.
It's fun though because it basically means they can't attack you with their big stuff.
It's interesting. It makes combat just the worst.
I love that it's +1 as well. I just love that. It's not the same. It's the toughness +1.
+1. It's definitely a weirdo. So I think it's probably weirder than Sorrow's Path.
Yes. Do we need a new yardstick? Because I think Sorrow's Path's getting knocked down.
I don't know how it kept getting knocked down. I think we might have to reevaluate Sorrow's Path.
Should we, when we get to 20, should we do a reevaluation?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should just look at it and be like, do we need to like move things around a little bit? I think it's weirder than Old Man.
Yes.
I don't think it's weirder than... Is it weirder than Anger Baby?
It's a baby.
It's a baby. Is it number 8?
I think I'll take a number 8.
I think it's number 8. Oh my god! Why can't I? Oh wait, wait. I'm gonna have to. Don't want you to Elish Norn me.
Oh, we're gonna have to Elish Norn your desktops here.
That's fine.
Oh, I need a really big Elish Norn.
It's fine. You can look at my desktop. Look at all my tabs, right?
So while you're doing that, I was when we were reading Marrow's little Tumblr post on his Tumblr blog, because he's a 14-year-old girl in 2004. There was a mention of a returning character from an old set. He did specify the set, and I was so excited for our boy. I was so excited.
Beodar.
But it was Norin.
Yeah.
I was like, Boo. please give us Theodore.
Boo. Yeah. Cool. Sentinel, our new number 8. I will read top 5. It changes every episode. So Camouflage 30th Anniversary, number 1. Elvish Bard Alliances, number 2. Amulet of Quaz, number 3. Temerian Fiends, number 4. Floral Spasm, number 5. And Sentinel is our new number 8.
I'll take it.
This is getting good. This is getting us full of fucking weirdos, which is the point. I was meant to be zoomed in on this. It's horrible. There you go. Sorry. You can look at this now. It's the one I always find Sicko Zone is the one thing I think it's zoom in on, and it's like tiny. It's like text for ants. So I apologize.
So episode 16 will come back. We'll do a retrospective of the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame top 20.
Well, we should be going to be number So we do number 20 next episode.
Yeah, and then after
the next episode. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we just look through it quickly and nudge some things around, because I think, like, in my opinion, Sorrow's Path should probably be higher.
Yeah. I agree.
And there's some stuff that I'm like, okay, is that were we just high on the juice when this went in? And it's a bit probably higher than it should be. So yeah, we will do.
Will Lily Bowen leave the last spot?
No, I think Lily Bowen's stuck there, unfortunately. The kind of fucking grandma on it, and it's like never going to get higher than the day that Lily Bowen is like not at the bottom is a day to celebrate for sure. Did you know only 45% of you are subscribed? Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you're so inclined. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person. When I occasionally log into Facebook to be like, why have I been notified of something? I'll be like, oh, that's one of our things. I'll like it. So I'm probably the only person actually engaging with the content, which is funny.
I'll go start engaging.
I'm pretty sure it's just in a void somewhere, but it's fine. It's no skin off my nose. It's literally a button on Instagram where I can go, post this to Facebook, and it does the thing.
Let's have a big push for Facebook. Let's go.
Please, no. So yes, please follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree with our list of worst Magic the Gathering mechanics. Let us know if you agree with our agree to disagree takes. That was, I think, quite good. So we'll probably do some more of those in the future.
I enjoyed that. That was really good.
Yeah. Next episode is the pre-Command Fest episode.
It is.
So we'll plan accordingly for that. We will probably look at what decks we're taking, maybe, or something around discussion, or how to enjoy a Command Fest and how to engage, play a game with me and Tom. But I mean, that's usually just say, hey, do you want to play a game? We're quite easy to approach. I may look like I'm mean and scowling, but that's just my general resting face.
Yeah, honestly.
I promise. I promise. I am nice. I promise I'm nice in public. I just, it's good. It's like a good. It's like how bugs are like bright green, yellow, and red to like make people avoid them. Yeah. It's just wall scowling face.
Also, before you cut me off, because I feel like you were getting ready to do it, we are on War Room EDH on the 24th, which we will record the next episode before that, but it won't air. So
yes.
So yeah, War Room EDH 24th, I think it was, but we'll post that on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think that's all the appearances. Have you got anything coming up? Are you on any?
Not that I know of. Probably like last minute stuff. I'm just really bad at like being like, hey, do you have a spot? I just don't want to bother people.
Same. I have got us on. We are on a stream, but not till next month.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's that list.
So if you are a fellow content creator, gross, disgusting, horrible, and want to book, invite. Book is fucking disgusting.
Book is not the word.
No, horrible. If you want to invite myself or Tom onto your stream or content, please do so.
Have us both on. Because I've only played like 8 games with Adam.
We kind of get like split up a lot of the time, which is funny.
We'll try and get a game in outside of streams.
Yeah.
Because every time you ask for a game, I'm either doing something or
Yeah, I'm really bad at asking for games like more than a day in advance. I'm just like, I'm free today. Make my mic. Fine. I'm like, I'm free today. Let's get gaming. Which is why I think me and Kristen are playing so much games together, because we both have ADHD and both can only see 12 hours into the future. Next episode we'll be chatting Command Fest stuff, maybe try and theme it around Command Fest. We'll try and have a guest on. We don't know. It's inviting people. That needs to book again. Whilst I'm also terrible at asking to be on things, I'm also terrible at asking people to be on our things. That's all good.
Leave a review, please. Go to the Spotify app and leave us a review. I really want to read some reviews out.
So I had one.
I can't believe Connor didn't do it.
Yeah, Connor should have, because he got fucking called out twice in that episode. Anyway.
And he has this episode.
Twice. Bye.